Hi everyone, this is Tabitha Lillian's mum, and I'm presenting another chapter from Healing Asperger's and Early Intervention for Autism. And today this topic is preventing anxiety and depression in your child who has autism. So my theory is an anxiety theory, and basically I believe that lack of information, when children have a lack of information, it causes confusion, and the confusion is what causes anxiety, and the anxiety really slows down or stops processing in doing tasks, and so it prevents learning and sort of puts a big stop on everything. So my rule is trying to minimize anxiety to maximize progress, and trying to be the step in at the lack of information stage. So the method I try to use for preventing anxiety is an assistive, supportive presence with your child, offering support by waiting for them, teaching them or showing them, asking them supportive questions and listening to their answers, providing assistive step-by-step prompting, reassurance, guidance and humour, providing no pressure rewards-based learning. So, some examples of assistive prompting. Words of reassurance or assurance. That's the way, you're doing it right. Today we have a lot of fun things to do. Words of guidance. First you'll need to put your shoes on, your coat on, whatever. Words of humour. Trying to make the learning fun and joking around a bit if you can. So something like, we have to have our breakfast first or we'll run out of energy and fall over. And why it works? Well, the rule is positive attention is beneficial and negative attention is harmful. It might not be on a large scale, but it's a scale enough to cause anxiety. So it works basically, we're engaging supportively, and that's positive, and non-judgmental supportive attention, rather than our criticism, relieves the pressure and stress. Without the pressure and stress, there's no anxiety. Without anxiety, learning is enjoyable, easy and fast. You'll just be amazed how much faster it is with a happy kid. Preventing meltdown, my method. So it's basically about presence and attention. Talking about the problem supportively, explaining exactly what's going on today, reminding your child that we've got all these fun things to look forward to that we're going to be doing today, and talking with them caringly and kindly and calmly about working out a practical solution to the problem, the drama, whatever it is that's about to put them into a meltdown. So the rule here is basically we want to listen and talk, and that helps stop the meltdown. And why it works? Well, obviously your presence and attention is actually respectful support to a child who's trying to show their emotion and they're reacting to something. And so you're not actually disallowing the reaction by criticizing. That's like criticism. And so you agree to help, you listen and you show that you care. You minimize the trauma by attending to it, and a meltdown can be prevented quickly. So the rule is talking and problem solving will build trust, understanding and love. Ooh, it's very true. Oh yes, so this is a good one. The now-now-nows method. Coping with a now-now-now situation. A now-now-now situation is actually a child's panic response based on a lack of information, lack of understanding that's happening right now. When your child asks you, give me that, now, whatever, here's a method you can follow. First of all, agree to help them and explain the terms. The first term is they must engage in silence, which is a waiting period where they have to count to 20, 30 or 50 and not talk. And then of course repeat this silence until you've completed the task for them. Why this will work is because it addresses all the aspects. So they're going to stop panicking, they're going to be doing something which is calming them, and they're going to be shown that it's easy to solve the problem if we're patient. It'll increase the confidence on them, in themselves, so they don't have to panic. It's not something needing to panic about, and that mum can help, or doing this can help. And also supports by distracting them to something else so that they stop freaking out. So where we can apply all of these kinds of methods, obviously, is in our daily routines. Getting dressed for school, packing up our bags. All these things can be done without causing anxiety, frustration, and we have no need to criticize our children that they're falling behind or doing things too slowly. While they're having breakfast, lunch and dinner, learning different basic hygiene and care methods for washing hands, brushing teeth, toileting, tidying up. When they're playing with their friends and when they're completing basic tasks. It can all be done without anxiety. Now, and also, I guess, we're learning and teaching communication between you and your child, and how children learn to help get the parents and carers to help them when they need to speak up, how they need to speak up, what they need to do when there's a problem, how to calm down when there's a problem, how to solve a problem which is making them upset. Finally, preventing depression. So obviously, when we're trying to prevent anxiety, we're also trying to prevent depression. And frustration can lead to depression. So we try to minimize frustrations. And then, negative experiences obviously can lead to depression, and we're trying to minimize the negative experiences. Then, obviously, our environment can cause depression. A dark and gloomy house. So we try to minimize that cause of depression in our environment by providing the right color and light and sound around us, which is soothing and uplifting. And that includes watching TV. Now, preventing depression, contact with other people. So this is important for communication skills development and having those very positive experiences of communicating with other people. Providing opportunity for interactions and relationship development with other children and other people, and not in a segregated environment either. So, not specifically just for special needs kids. That's really important. Kids need to learn to talk to all kids. And then you've got opportunities at school, when you go to the playground, with your neighbours, play groups, recreational classes and hobbies, from the carers and nannies that you get to help you, and of course with your extended family. Preventing depression, basically some more concepts here. Children need to be children, and they need to be free from adult concepts and TV shows and movies. They don't need to watch horror news stories and be made upset. They don't need to know about sex, really, adult discussions and problems, money matters, bills, career dramas, relationship dramas, any abuse and violence and bad behaviour and head games. We don't need children to be around any of that. So the rule is, provide an abuse-free household, respectful to children with no aggro or fights. Yes, my household was one where we weren't allowed to have arguments. And the results should be children that don't melt down or have few meltdowns, tantrums or tears. And they're having very few bad experiences, so they're generally happy. And they're cooperative, and more confident. Children will have the ability to calm themselves down, and they can talk about their problems easily, have more self-awareness of their own behaviour, and greater interest in learning and having fun, and they'll become better problem solvers. So I hope this is helpful to some mums out there and families who have children with Asperger's. See you next time, bye!